Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays. My name is Isaac. Afterbirth Plus, we're going to do another keeper run here. I know we need the lost stuff, but we need the keeper stuff as well. And I'm in the keeper mode, so let's do it. Alright, right off the bat, coast to coast, LA to Chicago. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just happy we got a coin. So we don't have to... Well, I mean, we're still going to be under the gun when we enter our next room, I guess, but... It's a pretty easy room to be under the gun of. The last run, it was never going to beat Boss Rush, so I'm not salty there. But it did have every available opportunity to win, especially after I got Nun's Habit, on the chest. So to die on the mom fight, I will say, I'm pretty sure I died getting hit once, which is... There's very few things that, at this point in my life and Isaac career, can tilt me. One of those things is when you have 2 HP and die to one hit. It's ended streaks. It is obviously killed me as a keeper as well. It feels like a fundamental breaking of the rules of the game, but maybe I'm just being salty. Lost Fly. I actually think that as far as semi-useless items go, this is one of the better items that's sort of horrible. And basically, there's one reason for it specifically. It hard counters the haunts. If we end up fighting the haunts, we would otherwise be like a little concerned. You know, with 8 cents, I will see if we get something of meritorious value here. We're so close. In fact, I think Champion Belt is good enough that first off, I will try. I don't think we're getting all those. So let's try this. Okay, fair enough. And we'll just hope, I don't know, that we get 2 cents. One on the way in, one on the way out, I guess. Duke of Flies, no big deal. We did not get one on the way in, that's for sure. It'll even hard counter Duke of Flies if we can just... There you go, see? Just destroyed him. So, I think at the right circumstances, it can make it happen. At least we get Blood Clot. So I'm thinking, if possible, I would prefer to take a more aggressive approach on a deal with the devil. And all I mean by that, or on this run, I should say, and all I mean by that is I think we should take a deal with the devil. I'm begging you. Because Boss Rush is hard to get to, is pretty much what it comes down to. You know, we want to, if we have a chance to take DPS, I think we should take ourselves up on that chance. Even if it does compromise our HP. Otherwise, we're just waiting for a run to show up that gives us, you know, basically we walk into an item room and get Mom's Knife. I don't want to wait around for that. I want to make things happen, if possible. You know, see, the thing is, like, I really don't like wasting time. Like, my worst case scenario would be, like, just walking into the same machine over and over, hoping for something to happen. Luckily, right as soon as I said that, the game was like, oh, okay, sorry, I can take a hint, sure. I don't like taking hints. You know, I will say, Kate's family are very direct, and I think that's that was the experience that I got when I lived in Korea, and you know there were 2 different basically roles. There were foreign teachers, which was me and all the other people that were not from Korea, and then there were native teachers, which were the teachers from Korea, and whenever the administration would talk to the foreign teachers, i.e. us, they would say things like, you know, hey, you know, just a really delicate suggestion. It would be, like, nice if instead of doing this, you did this. And we were like, that's fine. And then when we would talk to the Korean teachers, they would be like, you know, they treat you guys very nicely. For us, like, sometimes the principal will just come up to us and be like, you should lose some weight. So I think, now that's mean, but it's mean maybe universally, and maybe that lady was just a jerk. But I also think, I do admire something in that level of directness, you know? I feel like in the English language, a lot of stuff it's all Aaron Sorkin, like, you know, in British dramas, like it's thinly veiled subtextual barbs and stuff like that. You know, when Kate's family talks to each other, they shout. And it's like unfathomable for me. It's not the relationship I have with my parents. If I don't like something my parents do or my parents don't like something I do, it's like, you know, we start to drop hints and thinly veiled suggestions. I think in Kate's family, they're just like, hey, I don't like it when you do that. And I admire that. Genuinely, it sounds like I'm bringing it up and being like, oh, that's like a defect. No, I don't think so at all. Where was I going with this? I don't remember. But the point is... No, I don't have a point. I believe that at one point I had a point. That point is gone. By the way, again, so happy we hit both of the bosses here that basically get hard countered. What do we get? No! He's spinning! He's spinning. I think rather than money, if possible, I would like to make this a bomb. Oh, you know what it was? It was because I was playing that blood bank and I just wanted it to do something. It wasn't doing it. I'm thankful that it did. I don't like taking hits. And I had an anecdote as well. See, I'm glad I rediscovered it. I remember specifically, once I was in like, once I was in 8th grade. I was sick from school one day and had to take a remedial spelling test. Anyway, me and a classmate of mine had to take a spelling test. I can't remember why, but there was like instructions for it on the chalkboard, and I was standing up. And then the lady, who was, you know, not really a lady, she was one of my classmates, but you get the idea. She said, hey, Ryan, just so you know, hey, Ryan, just so you know, boys make better doors than windows. And I looked at her and I said something to the effect of like, what the hell are you talking about? And she said, think about it. Boys make better doors than windows. And I looked behind me and I realized that she wanted to see the board but couldn't because I was standing in her field of view. Now at the time, I probably said, oh, sorry, haha. Now, you know, I mean, she was in 8th grade, so I'm not gonna have an argument with an 8th grade girl as a 30-year-old man myself. But why is that any more polite than just saying, "Hey, could you sit down? I'm trying to look at the board." I don't believe in the idea that that's a more polite thing to do, because basically you're saying, "Hey, not only are you inconveniencing me, but solve a little, you know, verbiage puzzle simultaneously." And yeah, you know, your boy loves the USA Today crossword puzzle because it's, you know, roughly at his intellectual level. I'm not doing that New York Times stuff yet. But simultaneously, if you want me to do something, you know, just say, hey, like, could you blah blah? I don't need to take a hint. Just tell me directly. Mean what you say what you mean. God, he's good. All right, what do we got? Famine. Ah, famine. 3 flies for a bomb. Really, in hindsight, would just rather have the bomb. Where are we going with this one? I feel like I've become unmoored in my Isaac gameplay. We got 2 deaths recently. Yes, as the hardest character in the game, more or less, but still. How are we gonna make this happen? Well, a lot of money. That's great news. Had you. So the shop is viable. We have enough keys to go to the item room and the shop thanks to our trinket. I still just freaking bury this item at sea. Forget the GPS coordinates, dude. I still think it's not inadvisable to take a high DPS deal with the devil. I do want to say, the last run, it had some okay stuff going for it, but I've already let it exit my memory, because we also got a deal with the devil we couldn't take advantage of, which is a slap in the face, because it's hard enough to earn a deal with the devil as the keeper at any time. Oh, I just don't like this. Okay, here's one way you sort this run out just a little bit. Thank you. We have more bombs. It's really up to us, as is everything, but, you know, we could choose to use them or not use them. I would rather save them, if possible. Worked out relatively well. Keep in mind we do have a shop available. Oh, it's just pin. Now that I've said that, I've got to be extra vigilant to make sure we don't take damage. Otherwise, I'll look like a darn fool. Okay, a real damage upgrade and a real bad piece of garbage. I cannot take that, so we'll be on this Angel Deal meta. Shade is not that bad, but it is pretty bad. It's certainly not worth throwing the whole run away, basically. Throwing caution to the wind, I should say. You know what was the best part of the last run was the speed upgrade. 100%. Not even a close contest. I forgot what having 0.85 speed is like. I'll give you one thing. It's not very nice. Now, Odd Mushroom, I love. Thank you. Doubled our rate of fire. Did nerf our damage, admittedly, but let's hope Blood Clot can help us out there. The doubled rate of fire is so valuable. And then the extra speed, you know, we're happy to have it. Actually was very meaningful. Mom's Box of Trinkets is not that kind of run. Nun's Habit. Extremely great. Okay, we have a chance. Only a chance, Peter Parker? Sam Raimi, Spider-Man, 2002, set the opening weekend record. Most money made in one weekend. $102 million. Since broken about 100 times, but that's what the power of a Nickelback song in your trailer gets you. 2002 was a different time. Like, hey, Noam Chomsky, what's your favorite song of the last year? Never waited as a wise man, couldn't cut it as a poor man screaming. Yes. The Hanged Man. Especially. No. I always get excited to see it, and then I remember it's actually worthless for us. As the Keeper. As every other character is a glorious gift. Alright, so now that we have Nun's Habit... Stop taking the money, by the way. You kind of need it. Now that we have Nun's Habit, what's the ticket for us? How do we win this run? I wish that I had a good answer for you. That didn't just boil down to get DPS upgrades. So, you know, tier effects in particular. Here's the thing, we don't have control over our items, okay? The only items we have control over are shop items, really, so... And that's only if we get a reroll machine on the shop, so... For right now, we're kind of just, you know, we're beholden to what the run gives us. Do we have a deal with the devil chance? Or sorry, do we have a boss rush chance is what I meant to say? Well, let's wait and see if we live through this room. That was very scary for me. Thank you. Do we have a boss rush chance? Yeah, I mean, we're way ahead of schedule. Or at least we're not way ahead of schedule. We're decently ahead of schedule. Our DPS is above what it was on our previous runs, I think. Even though our damage stat is markedly lower, I mean, than even our spawn. There's an unseen damage upgrade in the form of Blood Clot, combined with our rate of fire actually being, like, literally doubled, more or less. I know you can't use literally and more or less together, but here's the thing. Watch me. Nun's Habit almost makes this curse room tempting. But I'm going to say no for the time being out of a sense of, well, fear. Fear would be the sense that I'm trying to evoke there. Probably regular secret room. Thank God for Nun's Habit, dude. And also, financially, dude, just... That's why I'm keeping store key, even when there's the chance for some potential trinkets that could, you know, if everything goes right, change the game. Magic Mushroom, please. Money. The shop is oh so important for us. We also do... I'm kind of stunned, but we have positive luck. So it means if we make it to the chest... we're gonna feel good. Okay, Book of Revelations is basically bad, except it does, sure, I mean, it improves our deal with the... Does it improve our deal with the devil chance? Or maybe I'm misreading the way that the stats change there. Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, 11.5%? That's weird. Either way. It does give us a second level cube of meat, which I don't know if I would say that that's better than your average boss item when you're playing as the keeper, but at least it's not going to be something we can't use. And it opens the door for a potential third and maybe, dare I even suggest, fourth level cube of meat at a later date. Fourth level cube of meat, you know, now that I know it's worth less than Bumbo, it's not the kind of item I'm particularly excited about, but it would help. Smelting store key. It's going to save us a lot of money. And I will try this. Justice? Sure. Probably should have used that as like an emergency, you know, save us with a little bit of HP card, but I don't really, that's not the way I play, you know, and I've been doing okay. I'm not going to say I can't do better, but I have been doing okay with my methodology. We really should be scrimping and saving, though. You know, you get the opportunity. It's what separates a Champions of Fire semi-finalist versus a Champions of Fire champion, you know? Unfortunately. I'm not taking every available advantage. I want to be Obi-Wan Kenobi, but instead I'm Han Solo. For whatever reason, it's just in my soul to be the guy who's like, never tell me the odds, I'll just dodge the asteroids. And Obi-Wan Kenobi is like, yo, buy a map, dude. I'm like, yeah, dude, buy a map. My brain is like, nope. Oh, I forgot maps existed. Here we are in the asteroid field. Come on, man. When you're bald, you gotta be like a monk. You can't be Han Solo. He's a scruffy-looking nerf herder. Still ahead of schedule. Second level, cube of meat. I'm not going to be ahead of schedule for long. Because I do... Like, we did find our item room. It's Book of Revelations. Okay, so that's 10 seconds down the drain, but not a big problem. Yeah, I mean, this run does not seem destined for greatness yet, but Nun's Habit... The only problem right now is that Nun's Habit makes us more likely to survive when what we... I mean, it's very happy to have it. But what I need more than survival is speed, which basically is damage. So I'm looking at the odds here, and I'm like, okay, deal with the devil, deal with the angel. Either of those... We can't expect them to be 10 out of 10s, but we want them to be 10 out of 10s. And they have to be 10 out of 10s from a damage dealing perspective. Otherwise, hey, what's the point of just beating the Polaroid? You know? If you don't beat two things on a run, it doesn't count. So, this is a bit of a dangerous one, but in order to... I mean, we are going to get a bunch of money out of this, so it's actually not dangerous from a survival standpoint. It's just dangerous with respect to our boss rush timing. We're also going to get a ton of flies out of this. Sorry, spiders. Brain's broken. So it's actually great. Shouldn't have done that, obviously, but shouldn't matter. But it might take a while, unfortunately. Either way, it's the right idea. It's just tedious. But this is one of those situations, again, you know, you want to be Obi-Wan Kenobi? Prove it. Obi-Wan Kenobi would spend 6 years doing this to get flies for the Clone Wars. And by flies, of course, yet again, I mean spiders. Definitely almost walked into that there. Would have just killed me. Thank you. That's exactly what we needed. Speed is in a great spot. Spiders are out of control. And money is also out of control right now. So I don't expect these spiders to last too long. Still got that deal with... Still got that deal with the Devil Chance. Do not squander that, dude. That's actually like your lifeblood right now. More so the deal with the angel, I hope, than the deal with the devil, but still. So still a pretty nice, you know, spider army. Chugging along here. Definitely got to kill one of these guys first to give you a window to escape. Thank you. 80 cents. Another arcade. Why not, you know? Please? Fantastic news. And where to find it. The Crimes of Grindelberg. We're still gonna do this. I mean, the dream, I don't expect it, and this is, you know, anti-logic of me to some extent. I don't expect it to pay out with the blood bag this time, because we're due for an IV bag, and that's obviously, like, not how statistics works, unless it is in this game. It's like the one time, maybe in my entire existence, I've ever been happy that Spider Babby existed. Yo, even the luck upgrades are worth something. Yo, okay. I don't know what I've done to deserve these golden gifts, but thank you. The world will save us some time in the future. So our speed is now like, we can actually dodge. We are behind schedule. As of now. Dude, I will certainly take technology. I prefer the world card. He's got the whole world in his card. He's got the whole wide world in his card. See, the thing is, he's got the whole world in his card. And he does. So I don't know if technology is going to be a super big improvement for us, but here we are. This is a huge floor. We gotta be getting close to the boss. Don't take dumb damage. The dream is real. No luck ups, so no point in taking those. Next shop, potentially amazing as well. What do you got for me? The Empress? Yeah, I'll take it into the room. No! He's got the whole world in his hands. Well, welcome back to Keeper Runs. Maybe we'll try it out as somebody else next time. Two kind of disappointing ones in a row. Always right after greatness as well. It's like I let my guard down and I'm like, oh, finally a chance to breathe. Oh, I'm dead. Either way, I'm disappointed, but thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episodes. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!